How's it going, everyone? Another training camp has been completed by the Packers today, and it's Tuesday. And there's been some improvement over yesterday's injuries, but also some not improvements from yesterday. So, kind of going into what's currently going on with some of the injured Packers, whether new or old. So, first off, Elton Jenkins kind of came back yesterday, did some individual drills, but didn't do any team drills. Today, that has changed. He's actually done some team drills today, so he seems to be improving and is finally practicing with the rest of the team. But on the Aaron Banks front, he kind of returned, did his own personal drills, no team drills. Today, he kind of did some warm-ups and then went inside to the training center and did not return after that. So it seems like he might have potentially re-aggravated that back injury, which if he did, kind of also makes what Elton Jenkins did in the offseason a little bit smarter in kind of holding out, not doing anything to get his back pretty much healed up. So looks like our newly signed guard is dealing with a back injury, and it just keeps happening. Really frustrating considering it seems, well, we did give him a lot of money. Potentially might have overpaid him. It's hard to say at this current point in time. It's still early on. But regardless, our newly signed free agent guard has been out with a back injury. So hopefully it improves. But unfortunately today it seems like he did have a setback. Moving along, Malik Heath, who dropped out of practice, said he had the wind knocked out of him. He did practice today with no setbacks, so it looks like he's good. Brenton Cox Jr., who also dropped out yesterday, seemed to also participate all day, so he looks to be good. Now, on the negative side, the more worse side, Dontavian Wicks, who dropped out, it seems like he did not practice today, and they stated that he's dealing with a calf injury. Not sure of the extent of the calf injury, but he's dealing with a calf issue. So kind of a bummer on that front. Hopefully it's not a long-term deal. It's a short-term deal. But as of right now, he didn't practice with a calf injury. And staying along the wide receiver front, Savion Williams, who did come back yesterday after receiving a concussion last week. He came back yesterday, participated in team drills. Unfortunately today, he did get pulled out and was shaking his head when pulled out from a trainer. Didn't participate in any more team drills. He was there practicing a little bit, but midway through the actual practice was pulled and didn't return. So not sure if that's another concussion deal or what happened, but it didn't seem like it was a good thing. Then lastly, Marshawn Lloyd, who was injured yesterday due to what seemed like Nate Hobbs tackling low and injuring Marshawn Lloyd, who seems to never catch a break. The coaches are saying that the Nate Hobbs tackle didn't actually cause the injury. They're saying that it looked like it happened slightly before that actual hit and how he was planting his feet. And they're saying it is currently a groin injury. So once again, another injury with Marshawn Lloyd. Kind of frustrating, not just for the fans or the team, but definitely for Marshawn Lloyd personally, considering he's been dealing with a ton of injuries since being drafted by the Packers. Granted, that was kind of a knock on him when drafting him, but, you know, kind of hoping with a third-round pick that maybe if he could kick the injury bug, if they were freak accidents, could be healthy, they could have a gem in them because the talent's there. It's just being on the field is a little bit suspect. And so with that, that means currently our injury list would sit at with Christian Watson already out with the ACL, John Williams with the back injury. That was one of the other players that they suspected could be a little bit concerning. And then you also have defensive end Colin Oliver, who has the hamstring. He's been on the injury list for a little bit. With those three that have been injured for pretty much this entire training camp, joined by them, Dontavian Wicks with the calf injury. Then you have also Savion Williams with that potential concussion. I'm not entirely sure if it is a concussion. It kind of seems like it's probably the concussion, but Savion Williams is currently injured in some capacity. And then you have Marshawn Lloyd, who's dealing with a groin injury. And then lastly, you have Aaron Banks with the reoccurring back injury that he's been having. So that means we'd have 7 players that are currently injured in some capacity and is not actually participating in any team drills. So kind of frustrating, some of them starters. Hopefully that's nothing long-term outside, of course, you know, Christian Watson. And then you also have John Williams. So hopefully the rest are not long-term. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Currently, tomorrow, Wednesday, there is no practice for the Packers. They will return on Thursday. So that gives those players that are injured an extra day's rest. So hopefully they can kind of come back in some capacity and be on the upward trend in their health. Hit the like button if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.